Okay. Hello, everybody. Duke, are you there? I don't know if I can hear you right now. How's it going, guys? Um, let's see here. Got a bunch of
That
different things
worked.
open. Hey, I hear you now.
Hey, sweet.
Oh,
Good.
how's it going?
Oh man, it's wild. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do at this point.
Yeah, yeah. I took today off work, man. Not because of this, but I took
Oh
today.
really?
Yeah, I just took today off work, and then I woke up and I was like, well, shit.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't even supposed to be streaming today because I'm supposed to be on a break, but I woke up and saw it and was like, well,
Yeah.
there's only one thing I can do now.
Yeah, no, I mean, I took today off to get some stuff done for like the Clockwork City video I've got coming out, and then
Hmm.
I've been opening packs all day, which I didn't realize there was an open all button until like just a little bit ago. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. No, I'm opening packs as well, and luckily someone called it out in the chat
oh,
because
that's
else
good.
I would have fucking done the
Yeah,
same
no,
thing
I
for
my
3 hours.
wrist was like tensed up and hurting after a while. It was kind of insane. Um, yeah, so I don't know, man. It's just been a crazy time. Um, it's been a crazy time. I'm gonna mute myself in
Yeah.
Discord real quick. I gotta just say hi to people in chat, but
Yeah, all good. I'm
okay.
assuming you guys can all hear Dareloth.
Okay, so
I got
um,
my full collection, was mainly missing monthly reward
Cowboy
cards.
1 Minute
Oh,
Gang, welcome
true.
to
I
the
haven't even
stream.
thought about the monthly.
Vane,
Yep,
stream is Nigh.
sweet.
Yup, the stream is
Alright.
Nigh. Oh 07, of course. Day everyone isn't the kind of stream I expected him to host. I will be back later,
Oh
just
my
saving a seat.
god.
Interesting. I mean, I've kind of founded my channel off of Legends, so that's what we're up to. Card games aren't your
I
cup
can
of
finally
tea, but you
build a
feel bad
proper
for Legends
Unite deck.
players. Here it's better than
So I
the other
can
card
now
games.
own
Yeah, it's
more
really
than
good.
one copy of Unite
Game over. Yeah,
houses.
it's ending. The game is ending, guys. So on January 30th now, the game will officially be over, which is pretty rough. Yeah, just kind of a sad time. Duke asked me if I'd want to do a little chat with him right now, so that's kind of what we're up to. I believe you guys can hear him. So yeah, kind of crazy though. I mean, I've been expecting this to
I
happen
just
for quite a while, to be honest with you, but
yeah, I don't know.
I've been trying my best to be like positive in the
I don't
Legends
think a
community, but
petition or anything is gonna change it.
nothing's really,
I've already beat all the stories and the puzzles
yeah,
left
nothing's
that I had
really
to do in the game.
changed
I
in the
think I've
past
got
little
one
while.
puzzle set left. Other than get a viable, yes, Doctor, I will do the sweet roll thing at some point. I don't think I
Okay,
can.
I'm back.
He's back. Alrighty.
Um, yeah, I was just talking to my chat though. Like, I've kind of been seeing this for a while, unfortunately. I've been expecting this.
What do you reckon the cause is? Because some people in my chat have had ideas, but what
Well,
do you think it is?
I think it kind of boils down to like three main things.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, number one is like this game's too free to play. It's been too free to
Yes.
play. And that's like it's incredible. That's a great thing for this game to have a problem with. It's like to be too free to play is kind of insane. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I think that's problem number one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
problem number two is that they have Fallout Shelter, they have Elder Scrolls Castles, and they have Blades now that they need to manage, and this one is clearly the least popular
Yeah, yeah.
of those. Um, so with all that together, that's already not good for us. And then I had another point I was going to make, but then I totally forgot about it.
The
Yeah,
other thing that people have suggested is the fact that it doesn't work on some Android phones.
right. Yes. That's been a thing that I've noticed as well. I wasn't thinking of that,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's totally accurate.
Well, I don't know if that's a good enough reason though, because there are my phone shouldn't be able to run it, but you can very easily backdoor your way into it.
Hmm.
So I don't think that would be the defining reason, because although you're not supposed to use an APK or whatever, Bethesda will
No.
know that people are doing that.
I think what it shows though is that Bethesda doesn't want to support this game anymore. Like, and it's so much easier. Like,
Well,
we're all
yeah.
rallying for like give us one more update and then it'll fix everything and then we'll
Mm.
be happy. But like, isn't it easier on their end to just end it instead of giving us
Oh yeah.
instead of giving us an update. Unfortunately, as that is.
Yeah, no, it's obviously like as far as like they're a company, and at the end of the day, it's a business decision, and the
Right.
correct business decision is definitely probably to just put it out of its misery at this
And
point.
that's what sucks about it is that they're a company and they're going to be corporate about it. So
Yeah,
I don't know. Not a whole lot that we can do at this point, other than
yeah. I'd love to see how much money has been spent on it since it got shut down. Because like I was saying before, I reckon the average player has spent like 30 to 40 bucks. You know, if you take everyone who's played and, average out how much people spend.
yeah,
Like it's not going to be an insignificant amount because I feel like a lot of people have at least bought like, maybe the Madhouse collection or whatever with real money.
yeah. I mean, there's certain like things that I mean, for me, like honestly, I just bought the Skooma Cat puzzles today for the first time because I was not about to spend 1,000 gold on that prior to
Yeah.
like them making everything free. But yeah, there's a few things that I'd bought with like IRL money in this game. I think I bought all the DLCs with real money, um,
Yeah.
because I just wanted to play them, and they're honestly like what, $10 would be the equivalent, right? They're like
Yeah.
9.99 each.
Yeah,
They're
something
not
like that.
really super expensive, so I'm happy to spend my money if I think that like a game is good. Um, and I really loved this game, so I was fine to spend money on it. And I think I spent probably about 40 to 60 bucks over the course of this game's existence on actual card packs. The rest of it is like I just grinded, you know?
Yeah, I'd say I've probably spent about the same because I like the Madhouse collection and the other. What's the other one? Forgotten Hero.
Yeah.
Like I think I did spend real money on both of those because I needed the cards for videos,
Yeah. Oh,
and
those
I was
cards are
like,
so
yeah,
good too.
that's enough justification for me. But yeah, like I've spent like a decent amount, but
Hmm.
I don't know. I guess there are probably a lot of people who've never spent a dollar on it though as
Oh
well.
yeah.
So who knows?
I mean, that's the main
Uh,
thing that I try to hook people in with too is like, hey, this game's super free to play, go download it. And
oh
I
yeah,
think a lot of people do.
yeah, absolutely. That's horrible thing to wake up to. Jesus.
I know you said you just woke up.
Yeah, no, my alarm went off and like I had nothing on today, so I was like, I'm probably just gonna go back to sleep to be honest, and then checked my phone and had all these messages and notifications and shit. It's like, well, I'm awake now.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Ilya J says bought things only with in-game currency over the years. Started playing properly only after the game going into maintenance. Like started putting some thought into what I was doing. Yeah, it's kind of how I was too. I played this game all like nonchalant for the longest time.
Yeah, I've had Dr. Doubt says $20, Aka says 50 to 60 euro. Uh, yeah, I think it is a tabletop sim, Alexis. Yeah, it's ugh. I don't know. Have you jumped into the Legends Discord?
I that's where I saw the news from first, and then I put it
Right,
in
gotcha.
mine. So I'm not super active in the Legends Discord to be honest with you, but
Yeah.
I saw
No, that's
I saw some
um
discussion happening.
yeah, because Night Dark Wolf is looking to rebuild the game,
Well, that's good. If he can do that,
which
that would
will
be
be
nice.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a game like this shouldn't be too hard to recreate in
Oh,
some way.
if you ignore like the graphics and shit, like it's very simple at its core. Though like the most complicated part about rebuilding this game would be the servers
Hmm.
and the RNG effects.
Yeah, the RNG effects are kind of wild in this game.
But at the end of the day, though, those are just random number generators which take a single line of code, and then you just have to, hook them up with the right cards to grab or whatever.
You know what would be
So,
nice too is if this game was recreated by the fans, we could just balance it the way we wanted to.
see, I was thinking about this, and you're right. However, that would be so tricky to do and not have everyone pissed off at you.
I'm
Like,
okay
if
with
you
everyone being pissed off at me.
well, if you want to go and build it, sure, but I think like if someone's trying to keep a fair middle ground between everyone or whatever,
Yeah.
like you can't just make Parthenax lose his summon effect permanently after he's been played without pissing a shit ton of people off.
I'd make
Like,
Parthenax have a 0-1 stat line. keep the
Right, you
summon
know, there's
effect.
exactly there's things that we both would do, and I think we have fairly similar opinions on a lot of the
Yeah.
cards. But people are going to be pissed off by some of those changes. Like if
Hmm.
you remove immune to lethal from Alien Guardians or whatever, people who really like Alien Guardians are going to hate that. So I
I've
think ultimately,
yeah. I get what you
like
mean.
ultimately, it's easier for whoever's making it, whether it's Night Dark Wolf or someone else, to probably just keep it the same.
No, that's what you would want to do for sure. I've long said though the easiest fix for a lot of these problems is just to have a competitive ban. Like there are certain cards that can't be played in ranked. I think should have been a thing for a really long time. They used to do that in Call of Duty. I don't know if you remember if you ever played Black Ops 2 or anything like that, but they had a ranked system in that game. And was it the FAL was banned from competitive because it didn't matter how shit you were at the game. If you used that thing, you would just kill other people. Um,
Right.
and I feel like there could have easily been a ban on like no
I mean,
Parthenax, no Midnight Burial in ranked play, stuff like that.
Tamriel collections shouldn't even exist. Full stop.
It was a
Let
nice,
alone
it's a nice
be
thought, right?
competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
No, I don't know. I don't know why. Uh, I don't know why half the decisions were made in the latter half of this game's life, but they were. So,
yeah, that's the thing. All the busted shit came out in the last, what, like, year? Not counting the monthly rewards. Like,
well, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was Invade came out in October of I want to say 2019, right? Was when the game went into maintenance mode. So it was October of 2019, and then December 6th, because that's my birthday and I remember it. The game went into maintenance mode, and it was the worst birthday present ever. But the Tamriel collection, I believe, also came out on the 6th, and they were like, here's a present for sticking with us. And they just
yeah,
released
yeah.
uh I don't know, 15, 18 busted cards. Even the ones that aren't busted, like there's some that are really fun to play. Um I think, but like I don't know. They've been unpatched for how many years now? 6? 5? 5 years?
5 years? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. So, yeah, just a
Alexis just
odd time.
Alexis just dropped an interesting idea. So, for a custom client, implementation of custom rule sets based on what both players agree to add to their match. So, like, you could say,
Hmm.
when you're jumping on the ladder, say, I don't want to play against Alien Guardians, and I'm guessing this is what you mean, Alexis. Like, you wouldn't get matched up against someone who's playing that card or whatever.
I like that idea in principle, but I think that would make matchmaking so thin because it'd be
Oh,
like
oh yeah,
it would have to be broad. It'd have to be like I don't want to play against people playing endurance or agility or something like that. Because then you'd if you're like I don't want to play against people using Parthenax or Iliad Guardians in a deck, then that constraint is like super niche. I feel like it would have to be like a broader set of constraints there. But I
yeah.
like the
No,
idea.
that's fair. Yeah, well, again, it's the sort of thing where like a custom client is never going to have as many players
Hmm.
as the full game had by default, and
Right.
then you add on top of that these restrictions. Yeah, matchmaking would take a while, but yeah,
Yeah.
I know that is a really interesting idea, Alexis. I do like that.
Yeah, I'm just going through and crafting monthlies now.
Nice. Yeah, I'm still getting all my uh, 1 gold packs, doing all the openings.
Hmm. It's so weird to have a full collection.
Yeah, I just got the achievement for having the full Alliance War collection.
I've had that one for a while, but I just got the ones for Morrowind as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Just going, you're just going through the Alan Wake streams. That's good. Someone's watching those. They're fun.
Hey man, I enjoyed those. I thought those were fun.
They were. I mean, those games are just goofy as hell. So I love them, but they're also like they get really serious at some points. You're like, oh shit,
Oh, yeah. I've been listening to Old Gods of Asgard
dude.
a lot
They're
the last week.
they're so good.
They're so good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I finally made my horse armor deck, so I'm gonna get into some matches and start actually playing the game, I think.
Hell yeah.
Making a skeleton deck full premium. It's for the principle of it. That's fair.
Alexis, did you send that message in both of our chats?
That's funny.
So, someone asked me this earlier. What is the direction for the Dareloth channel now? I mean, you've kind of moved away from Legends a bit already.
Yeah, Legends, I mean, Legends was always something that I wanted to keep on the channel, and obviously I've been kind of
Yeah.
experimenting with that lately. The last Legends deck that I did was um, the
Uh,
oh god, sorry. I have such a hard time when I have my audio on in this game and trying to talk because there's so much going on.
it was Dominion, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Dominion deck, and so that deck I posted on my second channel, and not a whole lot of people tuned out for that, which was understandable. Um, but I got a lot of basically comments on people saying, why not just keep this on the main channel? I was like, you're right. So then I moved it back to the main channel. And that was kind of the last Legends video that I did. It's been about a month or two since my last like proper deck on the channel. And that hasn't been like me trying to run away from Legends or anything. It's just been like I've been busy with other stuff, and
Mhm.
especially with like the lore videos, there's kind of a higher expectation on the channel for that type of video to be released over the Legends ones now. So I don't know. It's just going to be more lore stuff and more fantasy lore, more fantasy gameplay stuff, but that's kind of where we're going to be headed. But I do plan on playing Legends quite a bit over the next few months just to kind of give the game a proper goodbye, a proper send off.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone in my chat has just said, make more lore videos. Your lore videos are so good.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's the
you've got
plan.
support for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair.
But yeah, what about you? What about your channel?
Oh, man, I don't know. Because the thing is, like, I've always planned to do other Elder Scrolls games at some point. Which is still the plan. But I've always just been so intimidated by the amount of work that they take compared to Legends, because Legends is so fucking. I mean, you know how
Mm-hmm.
easy it is to make a video out of Legends. Relatively speaking, like it's what, maybe 4 to 5 hours to get a full video,
The hardest
thumbnail and edited.
Yeah, the
Like,
hardest part about making a Legends video is getting good games to show people, I think. That's always been my
yes,
most difficult
exactly.
part. Because I've made entire
Yeah,
videos where I'm like, I don't even want to release this. And then I've like edited it and then I look at it and I'm like, no, this is shit. So that has happened quite a few times in production for me, where a video's running late because it's like I can't find a match that I actually want to show you guys.
yeah. I think because when I stream like a single deck for like 4 hours, I usually get enough good stuff out of it that I haven't had that issue. I did record one of the gauntlets from ages ago.
Yeah,
I can't
I'm gonna
remember
keep
which one
this.
it was, but I was playing Doomcrag.
Mm-hmm.
And it just went so horribly that I was like, I can't fucking upload this.
No, yeah.
So, like all 3 runs had like maybe 2 wins each. I was like, nope,
Mm-hmm. No, I had
can't
a
do
I had
this
an arena
anymore.
run because when I did my first arena run on the channel, people were like, "Oh,
Yeah,
do that again," because I swept. It was my first time sweeping an
yeah,
arena
yeah,
too,
yeah.
and people were
You're
like,
like
"Oh,
blitzed.
yeah." People were like, "Oh, upload more of that," and I'm like, "Okay." And then I made another one, and I went like one, and I died 3 times, and I was like, "You know what? Maybe I won't do this. Maybe I'll just tell people I'm shit at this."
Wow. Yeah, I wonder how the events are gonna work going forward, because like we've still got one scheduled for this weekend.
Yeah, it's the retro gauntlet.
Yeah, I think so, which is now that I think about it, I wonder if that was an intentional choice.
I was thinking about that too when I saw that.
Yeah. Hmm. But yeah. I don't know. Oh, speaking of events, I don't know if you've seen. I was gonna send you a message about this, but I may as well ask you since I've got you.
Hmm.
Night Dark Wolf runs the like summer tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're doing like a last one ever for the end of the game, and they're looking for casters.
Mm.
Um, and I messaged about it. I was like, hey, I'd be keen to cast because I'm not fucking competitive enough to ever enter.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "Yep, that's all good. We want to do the casting in pairs.
Oh, that could be fun.
If you know anyone you want to cast with." And I thought it would be really funny if we did the casting together
Yeah, that could be fun.
because both of us are so far off meta
I
that
was thinking
whatever
that
we
when you
have to
mentioned it.
say.
Like, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know. I
yeah,
mean, I
exactly.
think I have a general idea of what people would do in a competitive setting, but like I don't play that way, you know. Right now I have
Yeah,
two
no.
Gardener of Swords out that are 914 stat line because of telekinesis. So
Fuck yeah.
that's about where I'm at. Oh, Schwartz watching
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I imagine he's streaming as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of content creators are going to be streaming.
Yeah, I had a look on Twitch before I started, and it was just Warlock and like one other person who was streaming, but maybe now people have had a bit more time to get set up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anyway, point was if you want to do casting together, I think that would be pretty funny.
Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun.
He was also saying you might be able to get the old Masters series casters back for it, which would be
I was gonna
like
reach
that's
out to
that's Justin
hmm
Charmer.
yeah, I was gonna reach out to those
Um,
guys and see if I could get something going. Not that I like want to be too parasocial about the whole thing because it's like they don't know me. I talked to Justin once when he was in one of my streams in chat, but you know, I
yeah,
figured
well,
I
because
could
I
reach out to him and see if he'd heard the news at least, and if he wanted to do like a comeback at all in the last 3 months.
Yeah, well, because one of my like vague long-term plans for making videos was to try and get as many content creators as I could find and do like a series of podcasts or something that were interviews.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'd start out with like people like you and Dr. Monopoly, people who I know and have already talked to, and then, until I could keep going, see if I could get like Justin and Charmer and like Dragon Tamer Blade and stuff on.
Yeah, no, I've had
But
thoughts about
like
that as well. I mean, a podcast format would be something super fun. They used to have one. Justin and Charmer had one.
yeah, the Fun and Interactive podcast.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I don't know if that's people are commenting. Oh, Justin's heard the news. He commented on the Reddit.
Gotcha.
CVH, yeah, CVH would be good to get in as well. Absolutely. Although I'm not sure how much CVH would be able to talk about.
CVH probably would have a conflict of interest in all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not sure how well that would go because I don't think. I'm trying to think if there's anything he appeared on, like community wise, since he got hired.
I want to say no.
Like, I don't think he was ever on like Justin's podcast or anything like that once he'd been hired, because obviously, yeah, conflict of interest can't talk about so much, and you don't want to accidentally make a weird face when someone comments about a card needing a nerf or whatever and give it away or something.
No, yeah. Well, and as much as I shit talk Bethesda, I don't know if you want to have me there.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
exactly.
just
We don't want to be sitting here bitching about the Tamriel collection, and he's sitting there like, that was my idea.
that was my idea. Oh god.
But yeah, I don't know. It'll be good to get some of those guys back for something, whether that's me or that's you or just someone.
Hmm.
It'll be great to get some like closing thoughts from those people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He stopped content. Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, I don't know how much CVH should be able to talk on, but definitely Justin, Charmer, DTB, etc.
Question for you both. How did you guys initially react to the news? I was like I woke up and checked the Legends server. Um I don't even know how I found out about the news because I usually don't go into the Legends Discord, but I just today I did. I think it's because I was planning on streaming anyway. And yeah, I saw the news and I was like, well shit. That sucks.
Mm. But yeah, I as I was saying before, I literally just woke up and had a bunch of messages on my phone from your Discord and the Legends Discord and like a
Mm-hmm.
couple of other things, and then it's like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys did have a farewell. Yeah, well, because they did the last Fun and Interactive once maintenance had started. But I don't know. I think it would still be interesting to get them on to talk about it with a bit more distance, and also because like I've watched that. I didn't watch it when it came out because I wasn't like that into Legends at the time. But I've watched it since, and like a lot of the conversation was sort of, "What do you think you'll be doing with the new monthlies or Tamriel collection or whatever?" Whereas now the conversation is just purely going to be retrospective.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it would be cool if even if we could just get like one, but I don't know.
No, I agree. I have a 25-22 Dragon Star Rider. Need to try to squeeze out a little bit more juice here.
Oh, is that not big enough?
It's not. I need a little bit more damage. Oh, there's some. Okay, I think we can do. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud here.
No, you're all good. Yeah, sorry, chat. I'm not super engaging. I am seeing all of your messages though. If you guys want to jump over to
That's the
Dareloth's
horse
YouTube and
armor
send him
combo,
some love.
baby.
Oh shit!
That's what I've
Hell
been
yeah!
waiting for. Oh my god.
Justin's such a nice dude. Yeah, yeah. No, I think I share a lot of Justin's mindset with approach to this game as well. So I would really like to get him on.
Is Bethesda going to shut down Elder Scrolls Legends? Yes, they're shutting it down on January 30th, 2025. So we've got about 3 months left. Uh, Pretty sad news for everybody in the community. I always found it weird too. I don't know if you have this perception of this game, but like I get roughly like 500 to 1,000 views on a video in the first 7 days. Um,
Uh-huh.
but I find that like I feel like there's more people that watch this game than that play it. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know if you have the
I
same
yeah.
perception there.
Not so much based off YouTube because 500 to 1,000 views in the first 7 days would be lovely, but not quite at the moment.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, just like browsing through the subreddit and like even on the Discord, every now and again someone's like, "Oh, I still love this game. I don't really play it anymore." Da 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 da. So I do think there is a decent percentage of people who like engage with it without playing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know like I'd say, let's say you get 1,000 views. I'd want to say maybe 200 of them are from people who don't play. Yeah, someone in my chat just said, yeah, that's them.
Oh, that they don't play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten that a few
So
times too. So it's always interesting to me because it's like I feel like the community is like there's people that are interested in this game and that watch it, but I always get this like kind of pushback when I tell people that they should download it, and they're like, nah, that's okay. I'd rather just watch. And
mm,
I don't know. I get
yeah,
that with some stuff, but
yeah. Well, it's like with that oh, that secret thing that you've got coming up on your channel.
oh yes,
Um, with the amount of like the responses to that I've seen, have been a few people who are just like, yeah, I'd just rather watch, which is
yeah,
yeah,
right,
interesting.
yeah, yep. I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Just wrote up a Reddit post about how we can maybe save the game. Tell Bethesda how much you're willing to pay monthly to keep it up. See, that's the thing, though. I don't think a whole lot of people are actually willing to pay to keep this game up. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
we have like pretty small community, all things considered. Like if you do actually look in the Discord, there's like this in the official Legends Discord. There's probably about the same 10 to 15 people that are usually the ones saying anything about the game.
Mm.
Um, and that's it's not a bad thing by any means. It's just the way that it is. You know, we have a tight knit, small community. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing that I was sort of thinking about before all of this stuff happened. Obviously, in terms of content creation, is like you can have a Legends video do incredibly well, but at some point you're going to there is a limit to how many people are going to want to watch Legends videos because there are only so many people who care about it. It's not a game like Skyrim where the sky's the limit in terms of viewers and you can pull
Mhm.
in as many people as you like. Like eventually you I don't know how many viewers you have to get on a single video, maybe like 4 or 5 thousand, and then you'd never get more than that
Right.
because like no one knows about it. A lot of the people who do know about it don't give a shit, which is like all things considered fair.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I think people underestimate how small it is. Like, yes, we do have 20-second load times into games, which is great,
The load times are
but
really insane too, like with how quick they are.
oh yeah, no, it's nuts how good it is considering it's effective. Well, soon to be a dead game.
Right. Yeah, now we can actually start saying dead game for real. Because I used to always tiptoe
Yes,
around that, and I was like, yeah, it's not dead, but like, I think
yeah, no,
dying game is now what I'm going to be calling Legends.
yeah, no. I got to the point where I was telling people off in chat for calling it dead because I was like, if you call it dead, then more people will treat it as dead. But no,
Yeah,
now I just it, it
it
is dead.
happened. It happened.
I'm so sad. Yeah.
So
It
I'm
is
just
a day of mourning.
that's why I'm just playing my favorite combo.
Yeah,
Um,
sorry, no,
let's
you
see.
go.
No, I was just gonna read in chat. I forget somebody said something and then I forgot to read it out loud. Um, I really doubt money is the issue. It's the time and human cost of maintenance, updating the client and managing the server, which we as non-developers can't do much about. Yeah, and that's kind of going back. Like, I know that a lot of people joined a little bit later, but like when Duke and I were first talking, that was kind of my point about why Legends is shutting down. Is like they have other games they need to manage now, and just trying to provide any management for Legends is not worth it to them anymore. To be fully honest with you.
No. Yeah, I don't think money was the issue at all.
No.
Does the death of Legends mean the death of your YouTube channel? Nope. Absolutely not. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be switching to just like the other Elder Scrolls games.
Blades and Castles are non-games compared to Legends. I would agree. Blades is a uh, Blades is like I don't know how many people have actually played Blades, but Blades is basically you just sit and build stuff, but you just click and then you wait like 12 hours and then your house is built and then you just click. It's a click adventure. Yeah, Blades makes money. Well, Blades has nice, pretty graphics, right? And it's kind of I don't know if I'd say that it's interactive, but like, you know, you hold the phone and you got your two fingers on the side and you can swipe and attack stuff. It's not like it's pretty basic, right? It's not going to make you think in the same way that Legends is going to make you think when you're playing. Like Legends is a strategy card game and Blades is a point and click adventure. So, definitely easier to play and more accessible. We're also forgetting the game has evidently survived for 4 years on, at least, with 200 players daily. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they. I mean, 200 players in the grand scheme of things is like not that many people. It's a surprising amount of people, but it's not that many people for them to want to continue. And also, most of the people that still play this game have a full collection already, because a lot of people are dedicated, and a full collection means you are not spending money. And if you're not spending money, then the game is not lucrative for the company anymore. It's all just it comes down to business at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is. It is just a business decision.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't know if like.
I
Oh, go ahead.
I was just responding. Yes, Alexis, I think I've already gotten Cholman Pete because I've gotten all of the Alliance War ones.
Did you have a favorite card pack in this game? Like a favorite expansion of cards?
I mean, I've only been playing for a year and a half, so it's all kind of elementary to me. I think the most interesting one to me is probably Morrowind.
Sure. Morrowind had a lot of
I
really good cards.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because it's also about the one that I probably have the least issues with. Because in Skyrim you've got dragons,
Yeah.
and elsewhere you've got the Khajiit bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Alliance War is where Empire as a class came from.
Right.
Oblivion, I don't need to talk about. And then what? Other than that, it's core set, which is obviously the core set's important, but it's not.
I mean I quite like the core set, but yeah, it's not really like anything to talk about. Um I remember when the Morrowind DLC came out, a lot of people were saying that like the game is dead because they added tricolors. I don't know if any of you
Tricolor,
guys
yeah, yeah.
remember that, but they were like, "No, game's dead. Tricolors overpowered." And like, were they wrong? I don't know. Uh, Tricolors are super powerful, and I don't know if like I think it's been good long term for the game
Yes.
to have tricolor decks because it allows you to have more complex interactions um between decks, but like and card synergies. But I don't know. I mean, they people kind of had a point. Is all that I'm trying to say.
Well, I think the most like the thing about tricolors that has been the most broken is being able to put scout with another color.
Yeah, that's true. It's all the scout combinations. Like,
It's, Ebonheart, Telvanni, Empire. Is that it?
yeah.
Is that just the three? Yeah.
Hmm.
Like those are all like pretty much undeniably the most powerful
They are
tricolors.
inherently really strong.
So, like, I kind of get where people are coming from, but as you say, I think it's good for the health of the game to not be stuck to two attributes.
Hmm.
Because I think what would have happened if they'd kept it to two attributes is that would have also probably just pushed a lot of ideas into neutral.
Yeah, probably.
Ultimately, because if they had a card that they wanted to be able to interact with a couple of different things in colors, like Slay is obviously all the Slay cards are spread across the Ebonheart colors pretty much, apart from a couple of willpower ones. If they wanted to come up with some card that was going to benefit all Slay cards, they'd have to put it in neutral.
Yeah, that's a good point. It kind of gave every archetype a bit of a home, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I absolutely hate this interaction with a lethal creature and the Staff of Sparks. This thing ruins my day.
Oh my god. It's the sort of thing where it's like, I know if I ever played with it, I would fucking love it.
Yeah,
I've never done it because I think before today I only owned like a single Staff of Sparks.
I hate
But
that
it is
interaction so
it's
much.
so obnoxious to play
It's
against.
I see it and I'm like, I get it. It's fair. You set it up, but god damn it, does it not piss me off?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can squeeze a win out of this. Two, so that'd be four. Don't think I can, but I can
No,
have some fun.
I'm not gonna get Daggerfall Mage. I'm gonna Soul Trap all Daggerfall Mages I get. I don't want them.
That's such a funny card to have a vendetta against.
It's one of those things where it's like I 50% don't like the card and I 50% think it's funny to not like the card because everyone's always like, "Oh, this is the first legendary you should craft or whatever." So going against the grain is always
Yeah.
more amusing to me.
Hey, why get why spend your soul gems on a Daggerfall Mage when you could save up and get a horse armor?
That's what I'm saying.
If they updated the game with
Uh,
anything, I'm sure people would spend money. I'd rather spend it on Tessel than other games. Well, also, this is a big thing too. If you look at like, not me, because I don't I took a long break from this game before I started uploading content. But if you look at like Sly Boogie on his account, that dude has so many soul gems. If they released a new expansion pack, and there's plenty of people out there, I'm sure, like many people in chat right now, you guys probably have a ton of soul gems, right? Saved up. If a new DLC comes out, aren't you guys just going to craft all the cards with soul gems and not spend any money? Like, isn't that
Yeah,
probably what's going to happen? Um,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that like you have soul gems now. Yeah, me too. But like I've seen, people just like posting screenshots of like, hey, check out this card that I got, and they have like a billion soul gems. It's like, dude, what are you doing? They could add new currency though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like kind of complicating things a little bit though, isn't it? I mean, I'm all for this game surviving. I just don't know how it possibly can at this point.
I think, yeah. I think the only changes they realistically could have made would have either been, um, like, obviously balance patches, but something like Forgotten Hero, where you buy it for gold
Mm-hmm.
and, like, you can't just craft them or whatever. Like, that's probably. Well, actually, no. Actually, now that I think about it, all the stories, you had to do the story before you could like, craft any of them.
Yes, you did actually have to play the stories expansion. So they could have done
So,
like a
like,
story expansion, I suppose.
a story would have been fine, but
I think a lot of
yeah,
people
I
would
don't
have
know.
liked that too. Get a new story mission.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of Night Dark Wolf, they're in my chat.
Nice.
Um, yeah, no, pay to winners would have just turned more people off. Night Dark Wolves. We were just as I mentioned what I was messaging you about on Discord. Dareloth would be keen to do casting together, so we are all good for that.
What about a migration to Elder Scrolls Legends 2? Hey, you know what? I have honestly never heard anybody even suggest an Elder Scrolls Legends 2.
I don't know what the point would be, to be honest.
A lot of people like, I'm gonna out myself as an idiot right now, but I'm an Overwatch fan, and we got an
Uh huh.
unnecessarily ridiculous sequel with Overwatch 2.
That's true.
Um,
That's true.
the only thing that game did was basically change the way the gameplay worked slightly by reducing. I don't need to get into the complexities of Overwatch 2. Basically, it didn't change the gameplay that much. It just sort of revamped it for people to play again, and they could do something like that if they really wanted to get like spicy about it.
Yeah, there's ways they could do it, but it just feels so unnecessary.
Oh, it would be totally unnecessary. Yeah. Legends 2 was the Asia client. Yeah, I don't know. I've
Well,
always been turned off by even playing that. I don't know why.
apparently it's been shut down already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not
Oh,
it's not like working at all.
interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That it just seemed like I remember when Legends was first dying, right? A lot of content creators left immediately. They're like, game's done. And to be fair, they'd been playing the game for 2 years at that point. Which like after me doing it for a year, it's like I kind of have to get really creative with the decks that I want to play because there's only so many combos that you can do, um, and have people watch and make it fun. Um,
Hmm.
so I kind of get why some of them left because they're like, no new content for the game means no new content for the YouTube channel. But I remember, I think it was Dragon Tamer Blade switched over to the Asia client, and I always
Hmm.
just was like, why? I don't think there was anything different with the Asia client at that point from the normal client.
I mean, I kind of get it from a content creator standpoint because it gives like you something fresh and it gives the audience something new to look at. And like there was what that one Dawn Guard DLC that existed.
They
Although
yeah, with
that only came out this year, didn't it?
that came out earlier this year, and the Dawnguard DLC I heard had AI generated art from the Asia studio.
Right.
So it was
That,
a big controversy. Um, well, not it wasn't big, but it was a controversy, in a sort of roundabout way. The artwork
yeah.
is a
Well,
huge time sink. Oh yeah, for sure. I didn't even think about that. Like drawing new cards, making new art for this game,
yeah,
that would take a
yeah,
huge time.
yeah. I think there were only like a dozen cards for that as well.
You didn't know this game existed till today. Kind of sad. This is how you find out about it. Oh man, that is pretty rough.
That is
That is
unfortunate.
yeah, that's definitely unfortunate. But I love your name too, Davy Bones. That's funny. Um, yeah, well, I mean, there's tons of hours on not only my channel, on Duke's channel, on old content creators channels, on contemporary content creators channels. I have a video from last year with a bunch of names of people that are in the community, so I can look for that and post it in chat maybe if you'd like to get a taste of what the game was. We still have 3 months, so
Yeah.
Tales of Tribute is
Uh,
probably sustainable only because the artwork is minimalist. Tales of Tribute is some booty cheeks, I gotta tell you.
Thousand Tribute, that's the ESO one, isn't it?
That's the ESO one. Um, I I play it when I get on ESO sometimes just for the daily XP boost that you get from it, but like I I don't I don't really like Tales of Tribute that much. I think it's okay, but they could have just easily ported Legends into that game.
I get why they didn't though, because
Oh, I get why they didn't too.
you know
I've talked at length about how it wouldn't make sense to have Ulfric Stormcloak be a card in ESO, but like
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
yeah, yeah.
Although to be fair, they did do that stupid thing with books appearing because they wanted Lusty Our Guardian made in ESO.
Yeah.
So they could have like done some shit similar to that,
No,
where it was
there's
like this random cards that appeared from the fourth era.
yeah, well I'm the more that I play ESO, the more I'm like, should we just call this not canon? I think that would make it easier for everybody. Um, but yeah, I don't know. ESO's got a
Oh,
lot of weird things going on in it.
yeah. Sorry. Sup, Dr. Monopoly. How you going, man? Dareloth is streaming over on YouTube. If everyone wants to go send him some love, that would be much appreciated. Are you gonna do any last videos, Dr. Monopoly?
Today's the best day to start playing the game, IMO. Well, yeah, if you guys don't know, every single card is worth 1 gold. So to put that in perspective, if you just made your account, you played 1 game of story mode, you could get whatever 25 times 6 is amount of cards, plus some legendaries. So not a bad day to start playing.
No. Yeah, I was trying to play ESO last night because I was just like, fuck it, I haven't played in like a year. I'll see if I can enjoy it properly this time. And then it just wouldn't let me log in. I don't know what, like my account's fucked or something, but
Oh, weird.
yeah. So just all Elder Scrolls games hate me at the moment, apparently.
25 times 6 times 60. That's what I meant. Yeah. Considering the 60 packs are also 1 gold. Yeah, just buy a bunch of 60 packs and then open them in bulk.
Yeah. If you want to see that happen, you can come over to Twitch. I'm just opening a bunch of packs.
Mm.
So do you have any last decks that are on your to-do list?
Oh god, I've had so many decks I've wanted to play for so long, and now I'm like, I can actually play this now? Holy shit.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
I've got like I've always wanted to play with Lich's Ascension, and I've never done that really.
Oh,
Um
don't. It's not worth it.
I have a deck
I
actually ready. I could play it on stream right now because that was one of the first things I did. I got the horse armor deck, I got the Lich's Ascension deck, and then I have this dream of buffing an Oblivion portal up to 30 health, and then using a ring of imaginary might and expunge, and then
yeah,
OTKing my opponent without ever hitting them with a card. I just would spam invade.
yeah.
I was trying that earlier, and City Toker was watching me, and it didn't work. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
yeah.
just did a video on Lich's Ascension, and just from editing it, like I had to go lie down for an hour afterwards because of how just the editing process alone drained me so much.
Yeah.
Uh, like absolutely do it because it is a funny thing to do, but
Hmm.
it's the sort of thing where like say like Bulgraf, that's quite hard to pull off, but
Oh
when you
yeah, you
do it,
got it on me that one time.
yeah, exactly. but it's very satisfying when you get it to work because you get the instant win and the gratification of it.
Hmm.
Which is Ascension. You like get your Wisp Mother down and you put like 2 Odovings on the board or whatever, and then that's just it. Like there's nothing satisfying about it at all.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess if you
And
can't just like continue doing anything after you put something down, there wouldn't really be a point to doing anything in the first place, right?
or because of the limitation of only 1 card a turn, it's like, yeah, you get your 2 big creatures out, and then what? Your opponent kills your Wisp Mother or destroys your support, and then you either kill them with the big bodies you put on the board, or you lose.
Yeah.
So, like,
Reinstalled this
absolutely
game.
try it, but good luck.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, I'm down to do just about anything at this point. Reinstalled the game after years since they stopped the support. Absolutely love this game. First thing I did after finding out about the ending was searching YouTube for someone to talk about it. Amazing there's still someone streaming this. Yeah, dude, the community's been resilient over the past 7 years that this game's been out, which is crazy. How many years in maintenance mode? 4? 5 years? We were just talking about that. 5 years. So, absolutely crazy. Yeah. Now that I think about it, actually, this is the anniversary of the Oblivion DLC. Just about.
True.
So, because I think it was October, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, that's the other crazy thing is that this game's been in maintenance mode more than it's been in full release.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
It is pretty funny.
I mean, the fact that it's kept going through all that is hella impressive.
That's really the craziest part, yeah. Your hand buff deck is still here, goddamn. Nice. Love to see it.
I just got a premium Parthenax.
I thought about like when this on January 29th I'd go through and dust every single one of my cards in my collection.
Ugh. Okay, no, I'm not going to steal your idea, but that is very funny.
Yeah,
I really thought about it for a second there. But like, no, you can have that.
I'll have
That's
that
okay.
one. Yeah. Tempted to get it to just go absolutely deranged. Yeah, I mean you should install it. Today would be the best day. Why can't we open legendaries in bulk? SMH. I think you have to have a certain number. You have to have like 75 cards to open them in bulk. 75 packs.
I think it's
or something.
60.
Oh, 60. Okay.
From what I've seen so far.
Any news of making this accessible offline? It will be a waste losing all this art forever. So if you go on to UESP, I'll link it here. Let's see. So here's a link, chat. I think that's the first time I've ever called you all chat. To the Legends art. This is every single card that's been released or unreleased in this game, and you can find it all preserved on the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages, which is that's the place you should go for all your Elder Scrolls needs. Don't go to the fandom wiki site. That place sucks. I'm pretty sure they copy paste things from the UESP.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no doubt.
They have a lot of unsubstantiated lore on there without telling you that it's unsubstantiated. So UESP leaves links to everything, and you can click on those and find where the information comes from.
The only good thing about the fandom wiki is that they have some of the alt art cards of this game in card form. Because the UESP just has the artwork. They don't normally have the alt art cards in card form.
Yeah, that's fair.
But fandom very occasionally does. But that is the only reason I know that is because I use it for thumbnails. Don't go on fandom. You can look at the pretty card art on the UESP. That's fine.
Fandom does occasionally also have voice lines for characters that UESP doesn't. I wish that UESP had like a file somewhere for character lines, because I have to manually go in and like go into games and grab voice lines half the time for lore videos that I'm working on, and it would be much nicer if they just had like a spot for all that.
Right. To be fair, that would take up so much space.
Oh, it would take up a lot. Yeah.
Voice lines from every,
Yeah, it
from
wouldn't.
what Morrowind to Skyrim,
Yeah,
basically.
I don't know. It would be a lot for
But
sure.
yes, that would absolutely be nice though.
Because I know that I said I'm gonna be doing okay, this hand is lost. um I know that I said I was gonna be streaming Morrowind next, but for the Clockwork City video, Clockwork City lore video, I'm actually gonna be doing ESO first, and speeding through that. And then we'll move on to Morrowind after, I think, is the plan. Because I need to get a line from Sothasil, and he's kinda not alive in Morrowind.
Still can't believe they did that to him.
Rest in peace. Hello from France. Sad news about the game. Thank you for your content all these years. It was captivative. Now we're waiting for a fan remake. Yeah. Yes, we are. Dude, I've never thought about this. I have 10 cards in my hand and they're all items. And so every time I overdraw a card, I can't get a creature to put down,
Oh,
so I can't use any of these items.
no, so you've just
I,
soft locked
I soft
yourself.
locked myself, yeah.
Do you have any prophecy creatures that you can pray
I
for?
don't think so.
Oh my
I've
god,
just
dude.
been ball griffed by Bash. Got ball griffed by
Oh,
you and by
really?
Bash.
Rough.
Man, gonna get a bad reputation.
Yep. Everyone watching, if you want to win with Jarl Balgruuf,
Just play
don't match with Dareloth.
Dareloth. Get ball
He
gripped.
sucks at dealing with
Yeah.
it.
Oh god. Gwent has a fantastic fan remake for the beta version where they updated balance and release. Um, got Balgriff from Chantrip Akatosh. Oh god, dude, I had a handful of 10 items. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even play anything. Oh Jesus. Yeah, people often talk to me about Gwent, and I played Gwent a little bit, but it just was not the same as Legends for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I like briefly thought about like switching the channel to some other card game, but I don't.
You could play Tales of Tribute.
You haven't really been selling it, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
because like I'm into this game because it's Elder Scrolls. I'm not a CCG player at all
no, neither
by
am I.
default.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
have. I mean, unfortunately, to anyone listening, I'm not gonna have any more CCG stuff on the channel unless it's like something I really want to play.
Yeah, no, I don't think
So
so either.
I was uh I was actually into, well, not into it because it got canceled before it came out, I think. But there's a DC card game. What was it called?
Oh, really?
DC Dual Force. Yeah, and it was supposed to be like Marvel Snap, I guess, like a rival to that. And
Right.
I prefer DC, not the movies, but I grew up more on DC than Marvel, I think. Like I watched
Mm.
the Justice League animated show and stuff, and I really like the heroes in DC. And so I wanted to play that card game, and then it got canceled before it even came out. But I thought
Oh,
about making,
really?
yeah, I thought about making videos on that on the channel, but you know, obviously that didn't work.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never heard of it, but
No, yeah,
I
you,
guess that explains
yep.
it.
Like with Legends too, I go on like I'll get such a cool win, and then I'll lose tons of games in a row after that.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I had this stupid idea for a deck, which I was talking about with Alexis in your Discord, which was to use Lockpick, Skooma Cat's Whimsy, and Swindler's Market. So the lockpicks turn into zero costs because of the Skooma Cats,
That's
and
pretty
then
funny.
you do the market thing. And I've been trying that for the last like 3 days, and it just fucking sucks.
Yeah,
It's just such a bad idea, funnily enough. But I'll get it to work eventually.
all the bad ideas are the fun ones though. Okay,
Yeah.
Arthur next turn 7. Goodbye. Um, Best Tesla expansion. I think personally, I guess I didn't talk about it. I really like the Alliance War expansion. Um, just because I'm a fan of ESO. I liked seeing a lot of the ESO cards get added into the game. I think there's a lot of fun stuff in the Alliance War. If I filter for that. Um, yeah, Soul Burst is really fun. The Ruby Throne is really fun. I
Mm,
love Vanus. I think he's super cool. Every time he comes down,
mm,
he dies almost immediately, but he's super fun for me. Um, Iren Dominion Queen is a cool revamp of the original Iren, and Emmerich Covenant King is a cool revamp of the original Emmerich. Clivia's fun. Let's see. Yorn the Scald King is cool. Like him quite a bit. I enjoy the veteran mechanic a lot as well. So I think that was a
mm.
fun thing for them to have added. Um, Guildsworn Apprentice is OP. Manamarco's fun to play with. I don't really like Saisahan that much. Oh, Bandari Opportunist, like come on, that's an insane card,
That
and
is a busted card.
extremely annoying. Um, Abner Tharn, like again another busted card. Haven't even
Mm.
talked about Razumdar, another busted card. Like the Alliance War was just stacked with really good shit. Forward Camp, super annoying card too. Let's see. I like Lyris Titanborn a lot too. I think just one of these in any red deck is really intimidating.
Yeah, Laris is an interesting card. I'd like to like get some time playing with it, but I've just never been
Well, you have exactly
certain of
three
like
months.
yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like well, A, she's probably gonna get removed immediately, like 90% of the time.
Oh yeah, that's why you play her though. I mean, it's just to force out a
Yeah.
javelin.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
But
She's an interesting one though.
yeah, if you play with with Lyris, you have to be prepared to lose Lyris when you put her down.
Yeah, you can't be banking on her.
No. What is this? I have I don't
Uh,
even remember making this. I have a deck called Probably Shit, and then right after it I have one that says called Maybe Worse.
that sounds about right.
Yeah. It's kind of sad to see a game getting permanently shut down, especially after spreading or spending many years playing it and enjoying it. Guess it's time to search for alternatives outside Hearthstone. Yeah, and this game is kind of a Hearthstone clone as far as I'm aware. A lot of Hearthstone players came over to play this, and I think a lot of them said that they preferred it from Hearthstone. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
heard
know.
that a bit as well, but
Skyrim has card game modes. Like
Skyrim.
yeah, like what are you referring to? Like the tabletop Skyrim game?
What is your favorite card in Legends?
Oh man, favorite card in Legends. Um, hmm. I'd have to look at my new full collection to get a
Hmm.
real accurate assessment, I think. I don't know. There's so many I enjoy. It honestly might be like Gardener of Bands or Gardener of Swords. I just think that card's so funny.
Hmm. It's powerful as well, to be fair.
Yeah. There's some stuff that I really just do like conceptually though. Like False Incarnate is always something that I think is a really well balanced card. Um
Yes. Yeah.
just something that like takes away like it's a very fun control card, you know.
Hmm.
Um I also really like Knight of Order. Although it's not a that good of a card. I'm a big fan of that one. I would never really say that it's like my favorite card in the game, but I just good shout out to Knight of Order.
Yeah, it's about like Dark Seducer. They both have like very unique effects that seem obvious,
Hmm.
but they are the only cards in the game that have that effect.
Yeah, like I'm a big fan of any kind of like interesting control card too. Like
Hmm.
I like cards that change the battlefield. So like Syl and Thaden are really fun to me.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, I love that one.
Like the Ring of Namira is a super cool card. Um, what else?
I think
Hmm.
I'd like Ring of Namira more if I saw it get play outside of OTKs.
Yeah, Ring of Namira, the Ring of Namira OTK is really funny though. So it's not the
Oh,
Gray Fox.
absolutely.
The Gray Fox is a really good card. I don't know if I'd say he's my favorite card though, but he's really good.
I just got a premium Grey Fox.
Oh,
Speak of the
nice.
devil.
Uh, Seducer Darkfire is another one of these cards that I've like. There's an old Justin Larson screenshot where he has like 8 of these on the board.
Oh
His
yeah, yeah, I
opponent can't do
remember it.
anything.
Yeah,
Uh,
just fully break your opponent.
yeah, that shit's funny. My favorite thing is having 2 gatekeepers in a lane, and even if your opponent like swings to kill one of them, they still can't do anything. Uh,
Right,
so I
yeah.
think that's always fun. Favorite card is Wardcrafter. Wardcrafter is a really good card. I wouldn't call it my favorite, but
Mm.
it's it's super good. What about you? What's your favorite card?
Oh, it's Spider Lair.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. I forgot who I was talking to for a moment.
I can come up with a more interesting answer though. Like,
I mean, hey,
um,
that's still a good answer. I don't think anyone else has that answer but you.
I don't know. It's won me far too many games for me to not give it the honor.
Hmm.
Um, Let me have a look though. I really
Um,
like Sword of the Inferno,
I love Sword of the Inferno. That's a very good card.
and it's a very like well balanced card. It's
Yeah,
a
I
thing
think it
with
is.
like it's Quicksilver crossbow, but a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
But with like crossbow on a venom tongue or whatever, there's no downside. Whereas Sword of the Inferno, you have to actually think about, am I happy to sacrifice my Cicero
Hmm.
to kill my opponent's Parthenax or whatever? I think
Cross.
yeah.
Yeah, crossbow's a little bit. It's interesting too in the sense that like crossbow can deal face damage. Like crossbow can deal damage to anything, whereas Sword of the Inferno is only creatures. Um,
Yes.
and one fun exploit with Sword of the Inferno is if you have Galen, the Shelterer, you can shuffle more swords
Mm,
in, and then they actually completely negate the damage that they do to you.
the effect. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, correct.
Which is always kind of
Spider
fun.
Lair made me Spider Lair made me audibly laugh at work. Well, thank you. I'm glad I've got that. Skeever Infestation's really funny.
Yeah,
That's another
Skeever
good one.
Infestation is really funny. Favorite card must be Lord of the Arena, just to destroy every Ayleid Guardian I come across. That's totally valid.
Yeah, I just got the same comment as well, Fred Tomahawk. Yeah, no,
Nice.
I completely get that.
Talking about Larson, he commented on the. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Maybe he might make one final video eventually. That'd be very nice to see one send off from him. But I feel like if he jumped into this shit show of a game at this point, he might be a little disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd do gameplay, to be honest.
Yeah.
I could see him doing some like commentary sort of thing, but I don't know if he'd actually get in and play.
Okay. This guy has a guard every time I do something. It's a little annoying. Hulking Scalon is your boy. I like Hulking Scalon. I don't really include him in decks, but I think he's fun.
He's really good with Thaden
Oh yeah.
because it's so hard to get rid of. You just basically dominate the mania lane.
Okay, check this Marauder Chieftain out. This is gonna be cool. Okay, it wasn't that cool. It was kind of cool. I think you just summoned a Dark Seducer into my game. Yeah, I'm kind of just using this time right now to like deck test for future videos, and I guess the one that's called Probably Worse is actually decent.
So what is the concept behind probably worse?
The concept is you have a Marauder Chieftain and you have a Thieves Den. Um, and you proc
Oh
Pilfer.
God.
Yeah, you proc Pilfer, and then the Pilfers buff up your Marauder Chieftain. And
Uh,
you include beast form creatures as well, so that way when they proc and they level up, then the Marauder Chieftain also levels up. Um,
uh,
yeah, and then you include Relentless Raiders as well, so that way anytime a rune breaks, they hit, they pilfer, and then it buffs the Marauder Chieftain up. And because you're hitting face so much, you include Ultimate Heist as well.
I don't like what you've turned into, man. You're not the person I knew.
I was just thinking, like, what's the most abusive way that I can turn Marauder Chieftain into like a beast? And
Yeah.
that was my idea. What about decks based on Morrowind / Oblivion / Skyrim? So cards only from one of those games. Okay, cards from Morrowind that I really like. Yeah, I would say the Red Year is super fun, just
Mm.
conceptually and and in practice, it's really cool. Um, Oblivion, I'm upset that we never got a Boris card, because I love that guy. But
I mean, there's the one that's not named, but there
yeah,
is one that's
he's in a card. He's the
supposed to
Emperor's
be.
attendant,
Yeah.
or attendee. But yeah, I don't know. I wish that we got like a proper um
Oh
Boris
yeah.
card. Joffrey though, I like Joffrey's card. He's very interesting. He's not very good, um, but he's kind of fun for some specific like guard heavy decks. Or if you have a creature like it is always fun to see Joffrey protecting a Martin Septum.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The lore implications.
Mm-hmm. Lore accurate gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe we are owed a Lich's Ascension deck on this channel before the end. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna be doing a Lich's Ascension deck. Don't you worry.
Good luck.
um, favorite card in terms of art? Ooh, favorite card in terms of art. I don't know. Soulburst is
I
kind of pretty.
I really like Thaden's premium.
Thaden's Premium's cool.
Um. Oh, the factotums. Those all look amazing. Like
Yeah.
premium or by default, the art for those is all so cool.
Oh man, I don't know if I do Spoils of War here or if I do Marauder Chieftain. We do Marauder Chieftain. Thanks for
Doctor
the
Doubt reckons East Empire Crafter.
agreed. I'm looking at the Ebonheart Oracle right now. She's got some really pretty art.
Ebonheart. Oh, she's the health gain one, isn't she?
Mm-hmm. That actually might be one of my favorite cards too. I love Drain.
Yeah, she's got some cool art.
She's also an unnamed character from Morrowind. She's the person that lets you into the DLC.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't remember her name. Thanks for the impromptu stream, guys. We're coping with this together. Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah.
copium huffing. You like Mankar Cameron's art? He gives you Marshall Applewhite vibes if you're familiar with Heaven's Gate. I am not, but I like the name. The Alt Art Gravesinger from some event. That card is amazing. I don't have Alt Art Gravesinger. I don't think it's possible to look at alt arts in game as well, unfortunately.
No. You can't. Yeah, you can't. Actually, that's a good point. That's something you can't do with all the soul gems.
Right.
You can't get alt arts.
Yeah.
Tough.
Very tough. Damn. They got me. I like the Alt Art Golden Saint. That one's really cool.
Mm.
That's one of the few alt arts that I have. Let me take a look at some of the card art.
I'm at 99% of commons for core, and I have no idea why.
You might be missing like one normal ass card.
Uh,
Um, it's really cool when you look at the actual full art of some of these cards. They're really nice. Like the Dremora Marquinaz is such a cool looking card, especially with the full art and the premium. Always like that guy. Um, dude, I don't know about anyone else, but this hammer that Syl has is so cool. I thought this thing was the coolest weapon in Oblivion when I first got this when I was a
so,
kid.
oh, is that Nerf Shadow? Yes.
Yep,
Yeah.
I thought that thing
Yeah, no,
was
that one is.
so cool.
Yeah.
Alt art for
No.
Verana's Courier comes to mind. I like Verana's Courier a lot. I think Verana's Courier is like a very solid early game card. Unless she gets muted, then that sucks, but
Hmm.
can't account for that all the time. Where is she? There's so many 2 costs. Or no, she's 3 cost, isn't she? Yeah, she's a 3 cost. Still though. Not art, but I love the voice lines from the Dagoth cards, especially Hand of Dagoth and Ascended Sleeper. The Dagoth cards are very well done. I still like
Yes.
even outside of art, or outside of voice lines, I do really like the art on the Dagoth cards.
Yeah, I like how they got. I think they got every single stage of Corpius
Yeah, I love the
or
guy.
Corpus.
What's the one dude? What would he be called? I don't know the name of him. Oh, the Ash Oppressor. These guys, I would buy like a a little miniature of one of these guys and just have like
Mhm.
a statue of him. I love like the trunk coming out of the eyeballs. It's just so bizarre.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But like they look cool as hell.
Yeah, the Ascended Sleeper is sick. Graybeard alt art is cool. Graybeard alt art is really cool. Yeah, when they're shouting. I like how the style changed from expansion to expansion, so reflective of the source. Yeah, I suppose they did a bit, didn't they?
Yeah, you do notice it when you like look at a core card next to like a Moons of Elsewhere card. They are very different in art style.
I will say the core cards, it's so hard to find like a high res version of some of these. Like,
Oh my god, dude, yeah.
not that I would ever use Gerald Forager, but like, just as an example, you can even see how grainy this is right here, just on this card, because it's like, it's a nothing card from the original set. So, like, trying to use these and find thumbnails for some of these cards is like
hmm
ridiculous, especially like for some reason, what's the card called? Stealer of Secrets has like um a horribly low res art, and she's like standing way in the back. I made a Stealer of Secrets deck way back in the day, and
Yeah.
the thumbnail was hell for me to try to find, like, to try to show people what I was doing.
Yeah, the Mages Guild Retreat.
Yes,
The
that I
art on that
Mhm.
is such low res.
And funnily enough, that was the same deck that I was doing Stealer of Secrets. So uh
Oh, true.
so yeah, I had 2 super low res cards to work with, so I don't even remember what I made the thumbnail. I think I just made do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the amount of like thumbnail ideas I've had where it's like, okay, I'm gonna have this card as like the main thing, and then these little artworks around it or whatever, and then I try to do it, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
shit quality.
Yep. Never liked the Skyrim art, never fit the game. You think so? I thought it was fine. I don't remember anything sticking out in the Skyrim expansion necessarily. There's so many cards that we never got to see though. Like there's so much potential for this game.
Yeah.
The game does feel finished to me though, I will say. Like I don't feel like there's stuff that they could have added, but I do feel like, they got out enough stuff for us to play with
I
over
don't
the
think there's
years.
anything they needed to add, really.
No. Oh, first deck I ever watched you play was your Band of Survivors deck full of textless cards. Yeah, I did
Mhm.
two of those. So that deck was particularly painful. I remember that was like your Lich's Ascension feeling. Like after playing that, I was like, God damn, I need to take a shower. Um, but the one that I really liked was and this was back when I was still making my thumbnails like memes. If you look
Mm.
for I forget what I called it. I think I just called it like UHHHHH because I didn't.
Oh, and it's got. Is that the one with the Hulk?
Yeah, it's got Professor Hulk on the front of it. I didn't know what to name it. It was just like the worst idea I ever had, but it was really funny, I thought. Because I was determined um to get a win with cards that saw no play and were generally bad. So stuff like Gerald Forager or Morthal Watchman, um, Cave Bear, that type of stuff. But I made it my own invade, so I used like Elixir of Combat, I think is what it's called, or
Mm.
the neutral elixir that just adds a 1/1, and like a few items to buff them up. But it was it was a shit tier deck. But I had a
Yeah.
lot of fun with that one actually.
Yeah, well, I did a video because I'd managed to keep the first deck that I'd ever built.
Elixir of Conflict, yes. Oh, the first deck that you ever built. Interesting.
Yeah, so it was this horrible, like, 80 something card battle mage deck that had, like, Mage's Guild Retreat and, like, 3 actions and all this sort of shit.
Yeah.
And the worst part about making that video is that that deck performed better than maybe 60% of the decks on my channel.
Yeah.
So it was just embarrassing, to be honest, to be like, yep, this is the one of the best things I've done,
Hmm.
unfortunately.
Yeah, that's rough.
Um,
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, I had a lot of fun, specifically like the first few months I was doing my YouTube channel. I had a ton of fun with all the cards I was playing with, like Falling Wizard.
mm,
I still really like that video um, that I did on that because it's a fun card, and I think I got it to pop off in like a really crazy way.
yeah, yeah. No, that Fallen Wizard is a pretty funny card to work with.
Hmm. Prophecy. here.
All right, that is every card in my collection now.
Nice. How does it
Oh,
feel?
I don't know, because like
Empty.
I was still, well, because I was still very much like missing like a bunch of rares, like almost every non-unique legendary,
Hmm.
and I've been like working towards that, for ages.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, what do I do now? I mean, I soul trap Daggerfall Mage, obviously, but
Of course, yeah, because that card's evil.
so you know how when you try to soul trap a card that's like in a deck, it pops up with a warning.
Yeah.
Um, I've just done to do the thing I just said I was going to do, and it says your deck Dareloth's journey will be modified,
Oh.
which is your that's your
Oh,
journey
my
Guildsworn.
okay. Yeah, my Journey Guildsworn. That's another deck I really like actually. That's like the beginning of my channel was like super fun because it was like I had all these decks that I'd previously had and I was like, "Oh, I want to show people these decks," you know? Um
Hmm.
and then it is tough like trying to come up with a new deck every single week. Or
Yeah.
every month even, you know? But a lot of the stuff, the reason that content used to come out so much more frequently was not only like I'm busier now, but I just had more stuff to show you guys. So yeah,
Well, I hope the journey deck works without Daggerfall
I'm
Mage. That's
sure
all
you
I'm
can
gonna
make it.
say.
It might be better.
It probably will be.
At least your channel really grew as a lore channel this year, and there's a lot of Elder Scrolls lore that is not yet touched by any YouTuber. Yeah, I have a huge list of stuff I want to get through as topics. The past few weeks I've been kind of screwing off doing other stuff. I was playing through Alan Wake on Twitch and built a new PC. And then I've been just gaming with my friends honestly for a little bit as well. So it's been taking up a bit of my time, but I did get a handful of the pages of the Clockwork City done. Um, and now I would really need to go in game and actually talk to some NPCs to figure some stuff out. Have you thought of going back to Elden Ring lore videos? So the prisoner theory video that really popped off on my channel, the reason that here, and I'll mute myself, Duke, so you can,
Yeah, all good.
yeah. But
I
yeah,
bet Elder Scrolls 6 will be worse than Legends. I don't even want to think about Elder Scrolls 6 after this, to be honest.
so the reason that I haven't done any more Elden Ring videos is because like that prisoner theory video that I had was like something that I genuinely was really passionate about and I'd been thinking about myself. Like I cooked that whole theory up in my brain and then I just made that video on it. And now it's like I feel like there's so many people that do Elden Ring lore. Like um you've obviously got Vati, and most people are gonna watch him. Then you've got like Honored Madman, who I really like. He's just like a chill dude who discusses Elden Ring lore. You've got Hawkshaw. He's insanely good at making Souls content. Uh, my point is, there's a ton of people that like are in this kind of sphere of doing Souls lore, and I feel like I don't really fit in that sphere with like the stuff that I would be doing or saying. I made 2 Elden Ring videos, and the first one did super well. The second one, not as well. And I think that's just kind of a sign of like it's not my niche necessarily. So if I have anything more that I want to say about Elden Ring, I will definitely make a video about it, but I don't have any plans for it. Would there be pillars and eventually avowed content? Oh yeah. I have this itch in my belly right now. Like I need to play pillars soon or I'm going to explode. So we're gonna we're gonna definitely be playing some pillars on the channel, and I'm very excited for it. I want to dive more into pillars lore as well, because there's not a whole lot of that on the internet either. So pillars is coming up. I'm gonna get this Clockwork City video done, and I'm gonna type in chat because I'm much better when I type stuff. So the plan is stream ESO Morrowind Legends for Clockwork City content, release Clockwork lore video play Pillars 1. This is kind of my loose idea for what we're going to be doing in the next month. Is this stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking after this Legends stream also, I'm going to pop on over to ESO and we can do um, some of the Clockwork City expansion today. If not all of it, I remember it's fairly short, especially if you're zooming through it. So yeah, if you guys would be interested in that, that would be something that we could swap over to. I am going to have to take a break soon as well to get some food. We'll go for an Orc Clan captain. Go there. Did not know you did not know you upgraded your PC. That's cool to hear. And yeah, game away with your friends to enjoy life when you can. Yes. And I want to be able to provide content for you guys, but also it's like I got to give my IRL people a bit of attention too. I can't be chronically online, unfortunately. I wish I could be sometimes, but I can't really afford to do that. I got to go to work and I got to see people. So yeah, I'm going to turn Duke back on also.
How long will you be streaming for today? I have nothing on today, so I will probably be on here for well, like seriously, like I have nothing else to be doing with my time.
All right, I'm back.
You're back. Yeah, no, so I'll be streaming for like a minimum of probably like 8 hours at least, because what else am I going to do with my day?
Damn, 8-hour stream.
I mean, I'm trying to think how long I've spent playing just Legends, because the longest stream I've done was 11, but like 4 hours of that was Skyrim. But yeah, no, I'm going to be on Legends for ages, because why not?
That's crazy.
Has the announcement taken you out of your editing break? Yes, I decided I needed to come back. This was a bit more important than... Well, because the other thing is, I had this Christmas series planned, and that was part of the editing break, is because I wanted to get a head start on that. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do it now, because, like, that's so close to when the game finishes. I think I'd rather be doing other things at that point. So, I don't know. I felt like it was important to get on today at least and get everyone talking about it.
Definitely an important day to be on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh boy, gotta win with this. Yeah, I upgraded my PC after the Baldur's Gate playthrough. I was like, this is untenable.
How's it been going?
Good, really good.
Good?
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a really nasty habit of spilling stuff on my PC where it was sat. So I spilt some tea on my PC and it ruined one of the USB cords and then
Oh
or one of the
no.
USB ports. And so I couldn't like right now I have my headset on and then I'm talking into my mic. That's like two separate USB things. Uh, but I couldn't do that anymore with the old PC and I was like I can't even make videos anymore on this thing.
Yeah.
Because I spilled stuff on the stupid frame. So yeah, that was part of the reason. And then also just after having played that terrible Baldur's Gate experience, I was like, this is really shit, isn't it? This is like I shouldn't have to live with this. I got money.
Yeah. I mean, hindsight's 2020, but in general, pre-builts are very rarely worth it, to be honest.
Oh yeah, no. It was like a starter PC basically. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that.
at least they gave us
For
all
anyone,
full premium decks. Yeah.
yeah. For anyone watching either of our streams, don't get a pre-built.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's not
Definitely
worth
don't.
it.
Just spend your money on a good PC.
You can get something better for cheaper.
I'm kind of excited to play ESO though because I play that game on controller and I haven't played with a controller in so long.
Mm-hmm.
But ESO like that's one game I've played that game for 10 years now and it's all mostly been on console, I cannot do
Right.
keybinds for that game. It's the muscle memory is not there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't have a console, but I've got a controller that I like can hook up to my PC. And
I
there are
think,
definitely some games that just feel better.
yeah, and I don't know. I mean, it probably feels better with like you know those mice that have like 10 numbers on the side of it. Like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's probably the ideal way to play ESO, but I'm not going to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, I think I saw you were on ESO the other day. Is that right?
Me? No. No, I haven't been able to get my ESO to work.
Oh, gotcha.
I'd like to jump on at some point, but no, I was playing Daggerfall Unity last night,
Gotcha.
which was certainly an interesting experience.
Yeah, Daggerfall. I have about 2 hours on Daggerfall, and it's a lot to process. It's a lot to play and take in.
I mean, it's much more playable than Arena,
Yes. Well, and the
at
hours that
least.
I've played on Daggerfall have been on base Daggerfall, not Unity. So I'd
Right.
be
Yeah,
excited to see how that goes.
it's much better. I did base Daggerfall for a little bit, but as you say, I got maybe a couple of hours in and then had to give up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, doing it the Unity version's very good.
That's good.
Man, what the fuck is this guy playing? Imbued Argonian, Rothgar Kingpin, and Ancient Lookout all in the same deck.
Sometimes I love what people come up with to play. I'm like, how did you cook this one up, brother?
It's really fun, to be honest. Someone left a comment somewhere saying they wish they came up against half the weird things I play against, and they're
Mm-hmm.
absolutely right. I do see some weird shit.
Yeah. Uh, Day 487 of me hating orcs. Orcs are actually low key one of my favorite races to play in Elder Scrolls. I think it'd
Uh-huh.
be cooler if there
Yeah,
was actual like role play potential with them though.
yeah. Well, because they're always just like they always just inevitably being big beat sticks, right?
Mm.
They're never like
Well, I mean,
particularly complicated.
they're I mean, the main thing that gets me with orcs and how they're portrayed is they're like it's just the Bethesda problem where it's like your race doesn't really impact your gameplay as much. Where
No,
I'd like if I was walking around, people were like, "Oh, hey, look, it's a big hairy orc." I want more like reactions from people.
I mean Daggerfall is kind of like that, to be honest. Like people will just not talk to you if they don't like your race,
Mm-hmm. I have seen
which is
that.
interesting. Yeah, the classic Tez racism in full swing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, orcs are fun though.
Yeah, I think they're good.
That's a good point, Alexis. I wonder what player numbers are like on Legends today.
Probably peaking, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. I mean, if you combine, because obviously Steam won't show the mobile numbers, but if you combine them, I'd imagine it will be pretty high.
Yeah, it should be. I'm turning that deck I played with you into a singleton. Nice. Singleton's so fun. Mordecai is
Oh,
just
yeah.
a good time. I'm very excited about more Beyond Skyrim mods. They have a bunch of release almost close to release from a small portion of Morrowind and maybe Roscria soon, since they are recruiting voice actors. Oh, nice. Was that what you said you signed up for, Duke? Was Beyond Skyrim?
It was the Morrowind one. Because I
Gotcha.
think, I don't know, a lot of the Skyrim stuff is just like filled up basically, but the Morrowind one, I did, yeah, I did apply for voice acting for that, which would be cool.
Yeah.
Um,
That'd be super cool.
as an Ash Vampire was the one I went for,
Oh, that's fun.
which would be cool. Well, because most of the a lot of the roles were already taken, and a lot of the ones that were remaining were female.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went for Ash Vampire. My Nord accent isn't good enough to do Nords, so
Yep.
we make do.
Yeah.
So it's about 80 players more than normal today.
Hmm. Hey, do you know what? We'll take it. We'll take 80
Yeah,
people if we get them.
yeah. I mean, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, a lot of people have interest in the game but don't actively play.
No.
Man, so I'm playing a Unite deck, and I've got all of the attributes I need. I just
But no
don't have
Unite.
Unite the houses.
Yeah, that's the classic folly of Unite. You either get Unite too early and can't do it, or you have everything you need and can't find Unite.
Yeah.
You know what's so broken about the Ultimate Heist? Like, I never use this card really, but costs 3 less for each time you've pilfered or drained.
Yeah.
There's so many cards that pilfer and drain at the same time, so you get
Yeah.
an immediate 6 cost reduction.
Yeah, I'd say the Ultimate Heist is definitely my guilty pleasure card.
Yeah,
Of I know this card's busted, but I'm gonna play it
it's like
anyway.
way busted. That's crazy. Yeah, because this I have just a Palace Prowler, like a 1 cost 1/1 with drain and pilfer,
Oh yeah.
and that immediately gets this thing down to gets it down to 6 cost. It's so
Wow.
stupid.
Yeah, no, Ultimate Heist is very powerful.
What are your thoughts on Headless Zombie? Just had someone play that against me.
I don't know how I feel about it because, on the one hand, it's very easy to get rid of if it lasts more than a turn. You know, its stat line is very manageable.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the only way to get any card of your choice out of the discard pile, right? Because you have Excavate for support and items, you have Irene for actions, and obviously you have a bunch of stuff for creatures. But the fact that you get to pick is kind of busted. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that Headless Zombie
It's
was a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, it's not the most broken card in the game by any means.
It
I
can
mean,
be, I'll say it can be very easily abused, is the thing that I don't like about it. Um, if you have what's the card? Devaith's Experiments and Thorana on a Headless
yeah,
Zombie, you can get back so many things. You can get so much value from it. And then if you just combine Dark Rebirth with Headless Zombie, you can get back stuff that I would argue you should not be able to based on prior just game balance.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. Well, it's one of those things where it's decent in most decks, but in Telvanni specifically, it becomes incredibly overpowered.
Yeah. It's really, really good in Singleton.
Yes, yeah. I don't think I've ever gotten it because it's a monthly, isn't it?
It is a monthly, yeah. You could craft it right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, I mean, I have done all the monthlies already.
Nice.
But yeah, I think I just got a single copy of it specifically to run in Singleton.
Mm-hmm. Reanimation mechanic in this whole game was a mistake. I agree. Yeah, I think bringing stuff back from the discard pile, it should be something that's on Mana Marco. and maybe an action. I don't mind Falkreath Defiler also, because that's a little bit more complicated to get to go off, I suppose, but like there's a lot of reanimate mechanics in this game.
Well, yeah, I think like I can't. I think I've talked to you about this, but I think my issue with Reanimate is the same as Ramp, which is where they've just put like a card that does it in almost every expansion,
Yeah.
which is not how it should be. Like there should be, as you say, maybe like 4 or 5 different Reanimate cards in the game, and that's almost too much already.
Yeah, I mean it should be stuff that like I'm okay with having non-legendaries be able to reanimate, but it should be a powerful effect that's like earned. Not just like,
Yes.
hey, I'm gonna use Solitaire and then get my card back. Oh, and then if I use a second one, I'll buff my card up by +2/+2. It's like just brain dead gameplay with Solitaire.
Yeah. Dr. Doubt crafted my first aliens and my first reanimates today.
Nice.
You might need to kick him from the Discord. I crafted every single monthly except aliens.
I I crafted aliens, but that's because I'm going to dust them again.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I just wanted to get the satisfaction of doing it again. I got so many
No,
comments on my
no, that's
video where I
cool.
dusted them. They're like, "That's the best
Yeah,
card." I'm
yeah.
like, "Yeah, I know." That's why I did it. Going up against mono willpower right now. I'm a little bit afraid.
This is so I'm doing it in Dominion, the Unite deck, and I've got Dominion Battle Rave.
Hmm.
My opponent's on Redoran, and I stole their Bowl and Venom. So I've got all attributes for 6 cost. We're on turn 23.
Still no unite. How many unites do you have
Still
in?
no Unite.
Do you have 3
Full,
unites?
yep, full 3.
Wow. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That sucks.
Ugh.
Don't get ball gripped. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to. Oh, you know who's got a great voice line? Token,
Hmm?
mud crab, merchant.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Read my lips. Mouth parts.
Mouth parts.
That shit is so good.
I wonder why they gave him that accent.
I really love it. I don't know why, but yeah.
Because it's based off his like that's his dialogue in Morrowind.
Hmm.
Although actually now that I think about it, they do kind of like they shorten some of the words and stuff
Sure.
in the dialogue in Morrowind, so I guess they were going for that accent.
I don't know if they like would have called Todd Howard to ask him, or if they're just like, you know what? It'd be funny if he sounded like he was some drunk guy in Boston.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he stole my Umbra. Dude, that's the whole point of this deck.
Oh no.
God damn it. He took my Umbra with the Thieves Guild Shadowfoot. That's rough. Um Man. All right. Whatever. Supports are such a cool concept. Yeah, I really like supports. I think there's some that are a bit more uh, well balanced than others, I suppose. But like I've got Divine Fervor down right now and the Mechanical Heart, and I'm totally fine with both of those.
Mm. Yeah, no, I love the way supports work.
Yeah, you can have some seriously game-changing ones. Like Stormcloak Camp is. Oh, that I always forget about that one. That's one of my favorite cards too. Uh,
I drew the Unite.
oh, you got it.
as my opponent was killing me.
Nice.
Yeah, no, supports are a fun way to interact with the game.
I've heard that we won't be able to play The Elder Scrolls Legends from January 2025 on. Is that true? That is true. January 30th, 2025. So really February on.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose at least we didn't get this dropped on us on like January 29th or something.
That would have been pretty funny though.
It's like,
You would
yeah,
have had to
sorry.
have respected that to an extent.
Uh,
Hmm. I Guildsworn Honeytongue is so annoying. This deck is annoying.
oh my god, it's so obnoxious.
Wait, how did he get? How did he? Oh, he took my Tullius. God damn it, dude! What is wrong with this person? Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, support-based decks are a lot of fun. Having a whole play style around them, you're right. I do love support mode.
Um, about the voice lines, why did some early cards like Tullius not use voice lines from the main games? Because some of them are awful, like Tullius himself. I would imagine that had to do with the voice actors' contracts or something, and they couldn't get him back. Like, Michael. Oh God, I'm gonna get the guy's name wrong, but the guy who does Tullius, is like a well-established actor, and so they probably asked him if he'd do Tullius, and he just said no, and so they didn't have the rights to use his name or his voice. I'd imagine is what it came down to. Let's put this here. I hate having to use Eastmarch Crusader without the draw when I'm desperate.
Oh, yeah, no, always feels bad. I'm very curious to see what sort of stuff we're going to run up against in the following months.
I'm sure it's not going to be good, whatever it is.
Yeah, well, I think for the first couple of days, like, it will be people just fucking around, and then it's just going to be
Yeah.
more Empire and Telvanni than there already was.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Tragically.
Um, okay, I must have been on crack or something when I made this deck because this is ridiculous. I have two
Is
cheese.
this this?
I have two cheesemancers in here.
Oh my god, is this the same one you were playing before?
Yeah, trying to get my Umbra. Actually, where'd that go? Oh wait, I'm looking at my discard pile. Didn't know Joffrey was a Breton. Yeah, he's got that Breton voice about him.
Got that Breton hairline too.
Oh, rest in peace, Joffrey's hair. He'll be missed.
Oh my god, dude, that's ugh. Thieves Guild Shadowfoot steals my blackmail.
Don't you love Thieves Guild Shadowfoot? Isn't that a fun card to play against?
Oh my god. I don't, gross.
See, it's bothering me. I'm going up against a guy that's running an all willpower deck, and he hasn't javelined my Vivek yet. Like, if he's not running javelins in this deck and he's just waiting, it's very rude.
For waiting for what?
Just waiting until he gets me into negative health to javelin me.
Oh, I see, I see.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've had that because I've played with Vivek quite a bit,
yeah,
and they always, and like to be fair, if I came up against someone with Vivek, I would put them into negative health before javelining him.
yeah,
But it's always so heartbreaking when it happens.
yeah. It sucks because you think you're gonna get away with it, and then you don't. Yeah, he's just saying this was a worthy contest. So I think he's got me. Oh, he arrested me. Nice. Well,
Oh,
if
very
I could
cool.
block players, I would block this person. Um, I think that's gonna be my final game for this stream right now, though. Because I have to go and eat some dinner and be a little slightly productive. Um, but I'm gonna be back in about an hour on my channel doing ESO. I'm gonna be playing the Clockwork City DLC on ESO. So if you guys would like to join over there, please do. Duke, I'm gonna take your Twitch link and put it in my chat, so I can't
Wait,
really raid you.
no, yeah, true. No, that's all good.
But here's a link to Thin White Duke if you'd like to watch him. Is the thumbnail true? The thumbnail is true, unfortunately. Yes, I know. We're all sad by it. Um, will it truly end? It'll be in, yeah, January 30th. But yeah, if you guys would like to go over to Duke's channel, uh, he's on Twitch right now. And if you guys would like to join the Discord, please do that. I'm going to be streaming in about an hour. We'll be doing some ESO. Anyway, peace out. It's good talking to you, man. And
Yeah, you too, bro.
hope you have a good 8-hour stream.
Thanks.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Peace out.
Peace out, man.